Hey everyone, it's Miss Billman. I'm going to be talking about the three properties that we have learned about in Unit 5. Remember, these properties can go for multiplication and addition, which is kind of unique for them. I split my paper into 3 chunks. The top 2 will be the first ones that we went over, and the bottom one I'll go over the distributive property, just so you guys can really see, okay, that's how it works, and maybe have like an aha moment. So I have my pencil, we're ready to go. The first one we're going to talk about is the associative property. We always think of the word like associate, or like maybe I have different friend groups, so I can go over here, I can go over there with them. So when we see that in multiplication or addition as well, we have parentheses that we can use and it associates them. So we have 2 times 3 times 4. Whoa, I do not know why I used an X, but that works. Okay, so 2 times... I'm going to go back and change it. 2 times the product of 3 and 4. So the first one says the product of 2 and 3 multiplied by 4. So that'd be 6 times 4. And this one would be 2 multiplied by the product of 4 and 3, which is 12. And 6 times 4 is 24, and 2 times 12 is 24. I get the same answer. I use those parentheses to associate numbers with each other, and when I'm using multiplication like this, I still get the same answer. How cool is that? Okie dokie. So we think of a commute, kind of like a commute to work. We can go back and forth from work to home. So when we have a commutative property, we can go back and forth. So if I have 7 times 5, that equals 35. But 5 times 7 also equals 35. This is possible with multiplication and addition. So if I did 5 plus 2, that equals 7. 2 plus 5, that equals 7. This would not work with subtraction and division, because with those two, we're getting smaller, and it'd be weird if you tried to, divide 2 by 5, and it would just be a mess. Okay, distributive. We think of we distribute things. Like I could distribute papers in class to everyone. I could do it in multiple ways as well. So if I have the sum of 4 and 11 multiplied by 5, I distribute the 5 to the 4 and to the 11. And that is like saying 5 times 4 plus 5 times 11. When I distribute, I'm multiplying. So I have 20 plus 55, and I get an answer of 75. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I would have, known my 15s enough to say, oh yeah, 5 times 15 equals that. The distributive property makes things easier. So let's look at another example. So if I have 8 times 7, well, that's like saying 8 multiplied by 6 plus 1. Like, where did 6 come from? Okay, well, the 6 and the 1 are 2 numbers that can be added together to equal 7. Normally, I would use a greatest common factor. Like, if this was 8 and 10, I would use 2. But in this case, I'm just going to show you how this works out as well. So this is like saying 8 multiplied by 6 plus 8 multiplied by 1. I know, kind of crazy. We distribute, we multiply, and I get 48 plus 8 with an answer of 56, which is also what 8 multiplied by 7 is, 56. Math magic, totally happening.